Hello, everyone, and good Friday to you. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending a little time with us out of what is a beautiful, beautiful evening out there. It's the 15th day of September. We've got the 80s rolling right on through your weekend and throughout basically all of your forecast period, and a lot of sunshine to go along with it. I'm very pleased and excited and privileged even to bring you the forecast that we have tonight. We'll have in our top stories tonight, we'll talk about how it's going to be a great night for Friday Night Football. And I sat down with laid-back country picker earlier today, hearing about his inspiration and his ties to the Magoffin County Cadillac. The song, of course, of that name, which was just released this week. Showed you the video earlier. Tonight we'll hear about how it all came to be and how he has really deep roots here in Magoffin County, not just with the Magoffin County Cadillac, but here to Magoffin County. And when I say here, I also mean literally right here. I'll be glad to share that with you too. It was a great interview, and I think you're going to enjoy all of it. We'll get to that in just a few moments. It's not all good news tonight. I'm sad to report we do have to cover a traffic fatality that happened just before 10 o'clock on Kentucky 1110 in Breathitt County. The Breathitt County coroner has confirmed that David Roberts died on the scene as a result of the crash. He was traveling westbound, crossed into the opposite lane of travel on Kentucky 1110, and his vehicle struck a tree. He, as I said, was pronounced dead at the scene. His vehicle was the only one involved in the crash, a crash which remains under investigation at this hour. We stress it every year, most certainly as does the Kentucky Department of Public Health, and they are saying tonight definitely get your flu shot because it's already showing up 2 confirmed cases of influenza in Western Kentucky, mind you, but it's just a matter of time. And of course, the flu vaccine suggested for anyone 6 months of age or older, and of course for those who are especially considered to be at high risk, and those are children 6 months to nearly 60 months, women who are pregnant during the flu season, anyone 50 or older, anyone with any chronic health problems regardless of what age, and of course anyone who is obese with a body mass index of about 40 or more. If you are in a nursing home, if you are a healthcare provider as such, also considered to be high at risk, and you should get your flu shot as soon as possible. And that also will go into our community calendar where you can find out how to get yours if you don't already have that taken care of. I thought this was neat. We don't really know a whole lot when it's going to air, if it's getting close to production or not, but from the writers of Blacklist, if you're a fan of that show, they and some others have come together, and they are, along with NBC, who is going to air it, putting together a half-hour, it's going to be a comedy series based on the bourbon industry here in the Bluegrass State. We don't know a whole lot about it, except that it's got a really neat name of it. Sour Mash, a master distiller who's got a rather unusual group surrounding him, working at a distillery that's not really doing that well. That's all we really know about it. Looking forward to, hopefully, what will be a great show and a great portrayal of Eastern Kentucky, and of course Kentucky as well. With that said, I'll be right back. Laid Back Country Picker is next. Curb your appetite for a good deal and some home cooking at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe, where we started the under $5 daily special. Saturdays get a 10-piece hot and spicy wing dinner with all the fixins, only $4.69, $3.99 after 4 o'clock. And on Sundays, our famous chicken and dumpling special with homemade cobbler and ice cream, only $4.49, $3.99 after 4. And we cater gatherings big or small at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Bumper stickers, ball caps, calendars, t-shirts, pencils and pens and gifts, they get you noticed. They get you votes. And get yours locally with the best quality and savings. Call Avavian Arnett Deaton at 349-3835 or find her on Facebook today. Like our 100% safe and secure mobile banking app at Sayersville National, we're always working to make your life a little easier. And our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... Well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Sayersville National Bank, 349-3131. Well, you've been asking for them, and they're finally here. A huge new selection of bourbon and bow ties, many classic bangles and new designs, earrings, necklaces, and little bourbons and bow ties for the little ones. The best selection they've ever had. And their fall decor is some of the best they've ever had too, and that's saying a lot. Gorgeous fall colors to warm your home from the front door to the Thanksgiving table. you simply must stop in and see everything inside the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
Home energy use is on the rise. Every year, new devices, more devices. We are using more energy. Simple Saver helps you trim peak energy usage and pays you for being energy smart. You can receive up to $50 in annual bill credits. Over the years, the savings really add up with Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperative's Simple Saver. Licking Valley RECC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
There was absolutely no missing Laid Back Country Picker's first release this week, Magoffin County Cadillac, the title, off his new album. And as soon as I heard it, I picked up the phone and set up today's interview with a musician out of Fallsburg with deep, deep roots here in Magoffin County, and as much of a love for the Crown Vic as anyone else I know from here or anywhere else.
I'm really into Crown Vics. I've owned a Crown Vic now for about 15 years. Police auction Crown Vics. They run fast, they run forever. Law lays you alone when you drive them. So, you know, the more you drive it around, people would say, hey, you got your Magoffin County Cadillac, and I didn't know what that meant. And so I started doing my homework, and I guess the boy wrote an article for it with the Lexington Herald Leader and dubbed them Magoffin County Cadillacs. And so I kind of thought that was cool, and the more I thought about it, I thought we need to write a song about Magoffin County Cadillacs. When I wrote the song, I released it here within the last week, and I was a little nervous. I was afraid, I hope people in Magoffin County don't get mad and think I'm making fun of them, because I'm not. I love Crown Vics, and I love Magoffin County. I hope everybody understands what it's all about.
Foreign cars about to blow. There's a place that you can go. The police auction Friday night. Listen, boys, I'll steer you right. Crown Vic fleet maintained. Your life will never be the same. Put the family in the back. Magoffin County Cadillac.
As far as anyone in Magoffin County being insulted, I told Laid Back not to worry about it. I don't think anyone's going to find this anything other than just entertaining and a song dedicated to, hey, a moniker that goes back, as far as I can trace, all the way back to Calvin Prater when he used to buy him when he was a game warden, bring him back to Sayersville, drive him for a while, and flip him and send him on down the road.
The song came quick because I'm a big fan of the Crown Vics. And, you know, you always hear these songwriters say the song wrote itself in 10 minutes. Well, that one really did. The words just came out easy. I started naming communities up through here. It was just easy to write. But I'm thinking back to Crown Vics, and I've been driving them for probably 15 years, buying them off eBay. The first one I ever bought, I bought off an eBay auction in Kansas City and drove out there. I actually flew out to Kansas City and drove it back home. Didn't know if it'd make it or not. And all of them you buy at the auction has like 100,000 on it, but it was fine. The one I got now I'm especially proud of, it's Border Patrol. And you people that are in the Crown Vics, you understand, you try to get one that wasn't a heavy service duty, because these deputies just tear them all to pieces. But I got this one, it was Border Patrol. So it had an easy life, it probably had 90,000 on it. I flew out to El Paso, got it, drove my Crown Vic Border Patrol all the way back here. It's got 260,000 miles on it now, and it's perfect, no problems. They're the Cadillac of cars, and I think Ford, if you're watching this, you're making a big mistake not making Crown Vics. You need to bring them back.
On this road you are the king. 55 don't mean a thing. Once you're in, you can't go back. Magoffin County Cadillac.
So now we know where the song came from. Where did Laid Back Country Picker come from? Well, his dad was a bluegrass musician and a truck driver, so he grew up playing bluegrass and was heavily influenced by country music of the 70s, later some rock and roll, Waylon and Jennings and more, and he's played practically his whole life, being a part of some bands, playing with the likes of the Kentucky Headhunters, the Georgia Satellites, and then there came a time to where he had to make a choice, provide for his family or keep chasing the music dream, and now he's at a point in his life where he gets to play his music.
I've been playing since I was 5. I played forever. And instead of going to like in high school, instead of going to my senior trip, I played my first bar gig in Kermit, West Virginia. So I've been doing this a long time. This is the first Laid Back Country Picker record. I've been in some other bands that did records, but
Have you always been Laid Back Country Picker though? I mean, has that always been you? Or
it's not always been Laid Back Country Picker. That's always been a part of me, I think, but this is when I finally decided to let this go. I don't know, when you get up as old as I am, I start thinking about how many years I got left to play music, and there's only a finite amount of time. And I thought, I'm just going to do things that I enjoy and things that are fun. And doing this kind of music is really what I love. I wish I could make a living doing this kind of music. But not a lot of people want to hear it, but I put this out for me and the people that dig 70s country. I got a song called I Live in the Now, and it's about how people just worry about stuff that happened in the past, and I just choose not to do that. I take it day by day, and whatever I'm dealing with on that day, that's where I'm at mentally, and it just makes life so much easier. I've done a lot of dumb stuff in the past, but I'm not going to sweat it. Let's just live in the now.
Headed down to Salyersville, riding like a coupe de ville. Prestonsburg to Elkhorn City, beauty's looking awfully pretty. Flat Gap, Playtown, Sandy Hook, West Liberty was all it took. Jackson, Stanton, Rabbit Town, Boonville tried to shut us down, wasting time to try to ground me, meet the king of Estill County.
Got a song called Gangsters and Preachers. I think that one pretty much speaks for itself. I got one called Kathy with an 8 Ball about a poor soul who didn't do too well in life. And a good song, Red, I want you to hear is a song called Put Me Away. And it's just about somebody in my generation watching the world become more modern, and the fact that you work for a paycheck that's delivered electronically to your bank that you never touch, and then it gets sent off to a bill and you never touch your money. And I don't like the direction the world's going. I wish we could pull it back a little bit. So I guess it's just a record of somebody my age complaining about being old and the way the world's going, but also saying everything's okay if you'll let it be. Enjoy your life. Drive your McGoffin County Cadillac.
And while he might not be too thrilled with where the world's going, he's super excited about the road country music is going down, especially when it comes from Eastern Kentucky.
Music in Eastern Kentucky really seems to be taking off. You got Sturgill Simpson and Stapleton took off. Tyler Childers just following right behind him. Sturgill produced his record. And I just think maybe the whole country is going to look at Eastern Kentucky the way whenever Nirvana and everybody took off in Seattle, and all of a sudden everybody goes to Seattle and say, what is this sound? What do you got? And how do we get it? I think that's what's happening in Eastern Kentucky, because there's so many pickers here, and everybody and their brother plays music, and everybody and their brother's good at it. And I just think you're going to see a big explosion of music out of Eastern Kentucky, and it's about time.
The Goshen County Cadillac.
And as for the Crown Vic, well, sadly, they are no more. Not rolling off the production line now for a few years. They're getting fewer and farther between. We'll see them on the roads for many, many miles and years. But they've been replaced by a new name and a new brand. And maybe that will be a new song for Laid Back Country Picker. Now, as soon as Laid Back pulled out, he was on his way to Estill County. He's spending the weekend there. They're playing at the Kicking It on the Creek event in Estill County. His buddy Tyler Childers, who he says he's known for a long, long time, and a lot of other acts and performers will be there. He has got this one I'm going to mark on my calendar. He's going to be in Pikeville on October the 6th at Bank 253 at the restaurant and bar playing. And he's got a show they're working on for the MAC coming pretty soon as well. And he's also, if you can ever catch him, Crown Vic you saw, that's his Crown Vic. He's got a trunk full of CDs in the back. So if you would like one, stop and get one. And as for his roots in McGoffin County, we had a great time in the middle of this interview when he mentioned just that, his family here in McGoffin County. His grandparents were Jay and Rushi Van Hoos from over on Literal. And, of course, that hits directly home with my family, my mother growing up and being raised over there. And then as soon as I heard that, I turned around and told him that, well, you'll be interested to know that that house that you visited Rushi in when she moved to town in the latter years of her life was this one. That's right, the newsroom. He spent many days and nights spending time with his grandmother around the dinner table, and didn't know that, of course, he was sitting with the man who now produces the show in that very house, as did I. It was a great revelation and a great story to share. We'll be looking forward to hearing more from our new friend. I'll be right back with more of Your News Today. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400.
There's no better time than now to get the Android smartphone of your choice from Appalachian Wireless. All Androids up to $50 off regular price all this month. The Samsung GS8 was $149.99, now just $99.99. The LG G6, normally $99.99, is now only $49.99. And believe it or not, you can get the Galaxy S7 for only $1 with 2-year agreement while supplies last. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn-out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months, no-interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
What you're looking at is literally a one female owner 99 Dodge Ram with 77,000 miles. 0 rust, rips, tears, or wear anywhere. Think of the money you can save driving a like new truck, not to mention the savings in taxes and insurance. You won't find another one like it. Or come see this 2013 2500 Silverado HD loaded, only 90,000 miles. This 2014 Grand Caravan, it's an RT model, 72,000 carefully driven miles. Or this 2007 Kia Sorento, 90,000 miles. It's a 4-wheel drive and priced to go today at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. They're rolling out big, beautiful truck bodies every day, the best America makes in steel and aluminum, with their largest ever local stock of angle, sheet, round, I-beam, expanded, steel, and aluminum in several different finishes for whatever you're working on. And if the dump body you're driving needs parts, they've got them in stock. And if you need a big project fabricated from scratch, they've got you covered at Logan in Salyersville since 1904. Before we go on to your community calendar, a few announcements that will be on the calendar next week, but just have them in and want to pass them along tonight so you can put them in the back of your mind should you need to do so. The North McGoffin Volunteer Fire Department has set their next or their annual hog roast and soup bean dinner for a week from tomorrow. Keep that in mind. It's a big event, draws a big crowd, big auction, live entertainment, a great meal. It's a week from tomorrow at North McGoffin Fire Department. I'll put that on the calendar, remind you next week. Also, a week from tomorrow is a free community event at the Salyersville Fire Department. Apostles Closet will be there with a lot of new and gently used clothing, toys, shoes, and small household items. I'll find out more and remind you about that throughout the week as well. Both of those a week from tomorrow. This coming Monday, just to let you know, the Sagersville City Council has set to meet in regular session at 7 o'clock, and of course we'll have a camera there and a report to follow. Now we'll follow that with the rest of the announcements on tonight's calendar, including a bunch of birthdays. Yeah, birthday wishes tomorrow, so a day early to Christopher Adams. Happy birthday. And it says, I'm reading it like it says it, Lordy, Lordy, look who's 40. So he's 39 for a few more hours with a lot of love from Mom and Dad. Happy birthday to you. Happy 40th. And I got a birthday wish going out to Aiden Holbrook for today. Love Mom and Terry. Happy birthday to you. And a whole long list of family and friends too. Happy birthday to Aiden today. And this fella is celebrating 80, so it says, from your children and your grandchildren and a big list of family and friends. Happy 80th birthday to Harry Dean Arnott. Happy birthday to you. And I already referred to it in the program. The flu showing up already. 2 cases in Western Kentucky. Probably some already here that just haven't been confirmed. Get your flu shot today or as soon as you can. The McGoffin County Health Department, 8 till 3 and until 5 on Tuesdays. Adults and children, call to find out anything you need to know about insurance or what have you. 349-6212. The Harold Whitaker Middle School has a site-based council meeting set for this coming Monday, 3:30 in the school's conference room. They hope that you will join them. Our local board for McGoffin County ASAP meets Monday at noon, and the SAFE Coalition also meets next week on Wednesday the 20th. Both of those meetings at the McGoffin County Health Department, and for both, the public is invited and encouraged to attend. Our next McGoffin County Community Blood Drive is Wednesday of next week, 1 to 5, in front of the Sagersville IGA. You can't miss the Kentucky Blood Center Bloodmobile. They'll be there. Everyone who donates gets a cool T-shirt and knowing the satisfaction of knowing that they may have very well just saved someone's life. And this one's a little later on down the line. Pay no attention to where it says Saturday the 20th. That's supposed to say Saturday the 30th. But nevertheless, the Pigeon Enterprise Baptist Church Youth Group has put together a chili dinner and a trail ride for Saturday the 30th. Now, they're going to have a free trail ride for your ATV, side-by-side, your Jeep, or whatever, after a chili dinner. The chili dinner is $8, and then the ride is afterwards. And we'll remind you about it throughout the next several days. It's not until the 30th, but some of the things like that you got to kind of plan ahead for. So we throw them out there a little bit early. If you want to have your announcement thrown out there on the program, birthdays and anniversaries too, well, right there in front of you, that's how you get them on the program. I'll be right back, wrapping up tonight's show in just a second. Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. The only difference in these washers and mowers from new is the incredible low price, and the same goes for tools, electronics, jewelry, games, and more at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where they buy and sell gold and silver and loan cash every day on just about anything worth $1. Stop by on Parkway Drive or call 349-PAWN.
We are all human. Because we're not perfect, we tend to make mistakes. Unfortunately, some mistakes are severe and carry more consequences than others. If you have been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or because of someone's mistake, reckless or careless behavior, you deserve help with your medical expenses, lost wages, and serious permanent pain and injuries that you have been made to suffer and will continue to suffer for the rest of your life. If you have been injured, I can help. I'm attorney Don Wayne McFarland. Call me and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home.
The sun bathes us in the power of its warm glow and brightens our world. Now it can power your life. Cooperative Solar brings you hassle-free solar power from your local Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Renewable, affordable, easy. Licking Valley RECC's Cooperative Solar. Join the community. CooperativeSolar.com.
Well, it's going to be a great night for football. The Hornets are back at home tonight. Got some bad news, though, I've got to share. Ryan Mullins injured both his MCL and his ACL in a hit last week. I don't know to the extent of his injuries and time frame and things of that nature. I'll get to talk to Ryan, his parents' coach, tonight and find out more, but definitely out, and maybe indefinitely, I just don't know. But I hate to hear it for this young guy who's been such a big part of the football team, of course, and basketball season getting ready to gear up. We'll find out more. Wishing the best at this point, and that's all I know, except for that the Hornets did win by 2 over Betsy Lane last week, 18-16. That put them even on the season, 2-2. They're hosting Harlan County here tonight. Kickoff set for, of course, 7:30 as usual. As for Coach Matney and his Golden Eagles, they have busted out of the gate to no surprise at 3-0 thus far after a win over South Charleston last week, 41-28 your final score. They're back on the road tonight. They're at Moore, but a home game where they're hosting Boyd County will be next Friday night. As for the Tigers, they routed out Pikeville. Pikeville and the Panthers remained scoreless last week, 28-0 final score. Tigers so far have just got one loss, and that was at Hurricane West Virginia, or against Hurricane West Virginia before that. But nevertheless, they're 3-1 right now in the season. They've got 2 regional wins under their belt. They're at home tonight. They're hosting Williamsburg. The Bulldogs, 57-34 last week over Powell County. That was a home game, but they're back on the road tonight, traveling to Greenup. The Bulldogs right now, 3 wins, 1 loss, 2-0 in the region. Of course, district play still a little ways off for all these teams, but they're at Greenup tonight, 7:30. And for Morgan County and the Cougars, I guess you can call it a little bit of payback after a routing 60-0 over Jenkins on the second day of September. Last week, they took a beating at the hands of Mason County to the tune of 14-64, but they've got 1 win, 2 losses, and they're at Shelby Valley tonight. Cougars and Valley kicking off at 7:30. Now, speaking of some football weather and some weekend weather as well, man, I mean, except for the dense fog, which is pretty much running all the way through your forecast, we've got beautiful conditions ahead. I topped out at 82 today, and I'm expecting us to be a little better than 80 tomorrow and your Sunday, but that's what we've got in the forecast. Nighttime lows about 20 degrees off that at 60, 61, but during the day, mostly sunny. During the night, tonight, partly cloudy. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy. Sunday night, we'll see clear skies across the board. I don't have it there all the way across the board there on the screen, but areas of dense fog tonight and in the morning. I mean, every day and evening between now and next Friday, there's fog attached night and day, late night, early morning hours. And it's of the patchy and mostly dense fog variety like what we've seen. So that will be affecting travel. Keep that in mind, especially for our younger drivers out there. But in between the fog, man, bookends of nice days ahead. And I don't have any mention of any precipitation right now. 82 on your Monday, 81 on your Tuesday, Wednesday, 82, Thursday of next week, 82, Friday of next week, still sunny and 82. Now, I can expect sometime between when we roll into next week, not for your weekend, but some shower chances to maybe try to push their way into the viewing area. But as of right now, they're not. Chalk it up to low 80s and sunshine with that fog between now and this time next week. Sounds pretty good. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I sincerely hope you enjoy the beautiful weekend ahead, and we hope that you'll join us back here next Monday, starting off another week, another full week of programming here at Your News Today. As always, thank you so much and sincerely for being a part of the show. Good night.